Sometimes I don't even know what the fuck he says. That was pretty hard, honestly.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
To whoever's listening, dudes.
Put it in, boys. Put it in.
Who's going to listen to this?
All right. Let's get into this.
Are you listening? Whoever you are.
Hey, yo. Welcome back to episode 72 of To Whoever's Listening. I'm your host, 72. Jordan. I'm joined by my two other hosts. They can introduce themselves.
Go ahead, little homie.
See, there y'all go with that little shit again.
Did you listen
This
to the
Brian.
episode?
I sure did.
I told you.
This is Q.
And I'm Jordan. And welcome back, guys. We're missing Andrew today, but it's Sunday when we're recording this, so we can't blame the man. He had a plan.
He's in church.
But we just see where priorities. I can't even talk. So I can't even talk shit.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's all good. He's at Reformation camp right now at church.
What I'm trying.
My God. Trying to pray some stuff out of him.
No, he's on what is it called? Conversion camp.
Yeah,
when they try to make him not gay anymore.
And Brian missed last week just because he was like too traumatized over the Will Smith, Chris Rock
stuff.
So
he was on Twitter talking about I need to take some time. I'm still traumatized.
He's still
honestly,
processing it.
It took me a lot to come out today,
bro.
It's really. I'm still haven't stopped shaking.
You're brave for that. I can't stand these people on the internet talking about they're traumatized and that they can't fucking fun. Like Amy Schumer specifically, but like everybody,
bro, she sucked.
Everybody's doing it, bro. Everybody's taking this so like, oh my God, this man should have fucking sued him right then and there for fucking like, bro. I get it was embarrassing and like all this. We shouldn't even talk about it anymore. But sometimes
you just gotta smack a motherfucker in the mouth.
It's a slap. He shouldn't have done it because like how you gonna disrespect Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Like, Will Smith looks like the dumbass in the situation, but, like, relax. Nobody's fucking traumatized over
I think it was just blown up a little bit bigger than it should have.
Exactly.
Like, it was a slap, and then, like the whole, I'm telling you, that whole Amy Schumer thing, like, that shit got me, that shit is hilarious. Like, she's talking about, I gotta take a month off and this and that. Like, thank goodness she's
That's like when Michael B. Jordan, we shouldn't be fucking, I mean, it's all jokes. It's all jokes. We're talking about it, so we're not, like, trying to knock anybody's, like, mental health or anything, but like Michael B. Jordan after Black Panther, he was like, I need to go to therapy to recoup after playing a character like that, and I was like, bro
just played himself.
You got blasted at 13 years old on the fucking wire, dog. Like, how was that what traumatized you? But who knows?
But Will Smith supposedly resigned from the Academy. What does that even mean, Jordan? Tell me, you're in the industry. What does that mean? Well,
the Academy is like a group of like a collective of different people in like Hollywood, like actors, producers, everybody.
Top
that has to do with like entertainment and movies. Well, there's different academies. So there's a television academy,
that's the Emmys,
the music academy, and the film academy. And the Emmys is all that. So, and it's just a group of people who are involved in this certain space, and they just, if they're higher up, they're well known, they have good taste, you're voted in, and you're just like not like a cult, but it's like a club. Like there's like events.
So a cult.
You vote for all. They're in charge of all the Academy votes and everything. So like the movies, the music, and all that. So like when you hear like the Grammys, when everybody's like, "Oh, the fuck," it's just a bunch of white people like voting. It's pretty much true because it's all the higher ups and stuff. With like occasional, like they try to put more like people of like color inside of it now.
Like in the past 5 years, probably.
Exactly. Like, but there's always been, but it's not like how it should be. Yeah. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce, I'm sure in the Academy. I'm sure they have a big part in the Academy.
Like who else would be someone?
Jay Dilla, it's people like that.
Jay Dilla?
Fucking just people like that, dog.
He's like Capital Steez and shit.
Ice-T for sure. Dr. Dre.
Yeah. Dr. Dre's on
Alicia Keys, Swiss Beats.
Mary J. Blige.
People like that.
John Legend.
I don't know.
I don't get the hype on John Legend.
Me either.
At all. I haven't heard one song like John Legend got this shit.
He was hard, like in the sense that Kanye brought him up, and like he was like the first person in good music to be like the R&B singer.
Yeah. But Usher
and Ordinary People's a good song.
I don't even know
We're
what that
just ordinary people.
Oh no, that shit's ass, bro. I know what you're talking about. That shit's ass.
It's ass on the radio, but when you saw the video of him performing it in the Kanye dog, it sounded hard.
His best song is the one that's in Think Like a Man.
Which one's that?
They played it like over and over and over in the movie. I forgot how it goes.
I know what you're talking about. I just played it in my head.
That's Brian's favorite movie.
Think Like a Man.
I fuck with that movie.
No,
that's a fire movie.
Yeah, they're fire.
But
I've never seen the full thing.
Yeah, there you go. So
Jordan
shut the fuck up. Oh God, hey, he don't like those
black
movies.
comedies.
Yeah,
I love black comedies.
You still don't recognize Friday After Next as a Christmas movie. It takes place on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's a Christmas vibe movie. It's Christmas themed. It's Christmas themed.
Bro, what?
But it's not a Christmas movie. The premise of the movie isn't Christmas.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes,
it's not.
It's all surrounded about
It's
Christmas.
The premise of the movie is their crazy day of being in security.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
that's why the
Christmas.
theme is Christmas. I feel like
And they
I
throw
don't
a
know.
Christmas party.
It's a
Okay, so
Christmas-
then why?
alright, what's
So
a
why is
Christmas
Home
movie?
Alone a Christmas movie?
All right, it's a Christmas because it's all
It's
taking
just during,
place-
it's just during
yeah.
Christmas time,
'cause
but
they
it's got
leave-
nothing to do with
because
Christmas.
he's home alone because they left for Christmas. He's over there celebrating Christmas alone. That's like the whole.
Literally, their whole crazy day revolved them getting their presents.
We're not
robbed.
gonna put Home Alone against the Friday after the next.
No, but
let's
it's
do it,
they're the
though.
same. They're the
No,
same
it's
movie.
going based
Honestly,
off of your.
they're the same movie if you think about it.
No, but I'm saying I'm going based off of what you just said, and you just completely changed your own. Oh, but that's Home
It's a
Alone.
Christmas movie. All right, we'll call it. It's fine. I'll say now it's a Christmas movie. I'll take the L on that.
See,
I'll take the L on that. What else you want?
That's growth, Jordan. That's growth.
Fool, I've always said I'll take the L, but you can't knock me for saying Friday after the next and Home Alone are the same movie. Honestly,
You think so?
think about it. Honestly,
That's funny, bro. That's a great movie.
Home
Friday
Alone
after
or
Friday after next.
Friday after next. You think it's funnier than Friday?
Oh, I think next Friday is funnier than Friday.
Next Friday's
Next Friday is fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
Next Friday is hilarious.
That movie is pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we can't say any of the jokes because
What's-
they all say
what's
a word
funnier?
we can't say.
What's fun? Friday, Q's all can't say the jokes because we can't say the word.
He's like,
Q's all pissed.
You guys seen that Kevin Hart show when he fucking blasted that one dude for saying the N word?
Oh yeah, bro, that was a fucking. I
Oh,
cringed
bro,
just because of
on,
how like
Yeah, and his show that
Stupid.
the
On
true
the-
story.
yeah,
That was fire, bro.
bro, he went in on him.
oh, it's
Yeah.
about like a true story.
It's
No,
called the
that's the
show's
name
called
of it.
True Story.
Yeah.
So it's all based on actual.
Like dramatized.
That's
I don't know,
crazy.
bro, because they killed two people. Kevin Hart
not-
killed
yeah.
2 people in the show.
Oh shit.
You got,
You
yeah,
ever
you gotta
seen
just.
He
You,
told
you
true
didn't watch
story.
it, bro?
No, I haven't watched
Oh,
it.
it's good.
Oh, bro, that show is so good.
What's
yeah,
on?
we ran through it in a
Netflix.
day
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah. Netflix.
Netflix.
with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley
Oh, I
Snipes
have to
plays his
watch it.
brother.
Brother. Wesley Snipes, bro. I haven't seen. Blade is on fucking Netflix now. The Trinity.
I've never seen Blade.
Really,
I
G?
don't think I've ever seen Blade.
I've seen
You
the
never,
first one.
bro.
I've seen the first one.
Bro,
when
I
was
grew up
younger.
watching that
He
shit.
said, "Really, G?"
Who said that?
You, bro?
No, I
He's
didn't.
literally- I said everything. You said, "Really, G?"
No, I said that. I
Nasty
said a
dog.
trilogy.
He's like, a trilogy? Nah, I never seen it. What do you do? Just have swords and cuts vampires and shit?
What
He's
the
a
fuck
vamp-
is wrong with
He's
you,
a.
bro?
Do you know about the Blade character?
Blade,
No.
bro.
He's a vampire hunter.
So
he's
he
a va-
goes and chops
He's
up
a
vampires?
He's a
Bro.
vampire himself, but he's like
Oh, okay.
he's half vampire, half human. So he doesn't have like he craves blood, but he's also able to control
It's
it.
like the Twilight prequel or what?
Yeah, so he's out. He's out on vengeance, trying to take out other vampires because he sees how crazy they are.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So-
he really did it because they killed his mom.
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
hunts Morbius. Him and Morbius are big
For real?
foes. Yeah,
oh, shit.
Because Morbius is the living vampire in the comics.
I
like
thought
they
he looked
all
like a werewolf, bro,
like
in the
Blade.
trailer.
bro. We can segment this into our topic Moon Knight, but
And Morbius.
exact. But Blade, Morbius, Moon Knight.
You said they're the Midnight
They-
Suns or some shit?
No, but they all just are around that same like
It's
comic
like
book
the, like the cryptic side of like
Oh, okay,
of like
okay.
the comics, you know.
The
what I
Midnight
mean?
Suns is
like the
Doctor.
supernatural.
Yeah.
Too technically.
Midnight
okay.
Suns is Stephen Strange, Moon Knight,
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider,
Yeah.
Is Daredevil Midnight Sun?
No,
I think
I
he
don't think
is.
so.
Human Torch? I could have sworn I saw him in a picture.
No,
too.
not Human Torch. Bro.
Oh, okay. Flame on.
Human.
And Iron Man. I think Iron Man is one of them.
Nah.
No, Iron Man's Illuminati. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Illuminati. But
Human
yeah,
Torch is just fantastic for it.
fucking Morbius is just getting flamed like we all kind of
Yeah, that's
thought.
just beginning. Bro, you need to go watch those Blade movies though, because honestly, like Wesley Snipes really.
They're
did,
good. How many
like,
years? There 3?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
killed that, bro. Like in the first one, it's like his main villain. I forget his fucking name though, but they do their thing, and then they talk about
Okay.
his origin story, and then the second movie, that one's about more like like the full like actual like horde and shit of vampires. It's crazy.
Midnight Suns
Okay.
is
And then the third one, I think it's the one where he goes against Dracula.
Oh shit.
Midnight Suns is Blade, Punisher, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, and fucking did I already see Blade?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
talking about
And Ghost Rider.
You're thinking of Punisher. That's probably why.
What a
Punisher.
fucking squad!
That is a squad.
That's
that-
fucking squad. I haven't read any of the Midnight Suns comics yet, but I want to. They're
Like all those guys
They're up
will
next.
fuck you up, bro. They'll beat you to a fucking pulp, bro. Every single one of those dudes.
Them?
they all
They do
kill.
not care, bro.
Them are the top 5 in MCU. So that's Iron Man, Thor, Hulk.
But what are you comparing?
Steve.
It just depends.
So against
bro.
Midnight Suns, like just facing off.
Oh, I mean, as far as combat,
Yeah.
strong.
Fuck.
Just like straight like Civil War type fight. You know.
Well, it
they just
depends
all-
on who you consider your top 5 too.
Well, because
Well,
if we're talking,
MCU, so it's Thor, Iron Man, Hulk,
those
Cap.
aren't, those aren't the strongest motherfuckers.
No, but in
though.
MCU.
Yeah, those aren't the strongest ones.
That's top 5. That's like the most 5.
Thor.
Talking about like core,
Yeah.
like core Avengers.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Like a core
It's for
Avengers
sure-
group?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
for sure Thor. No, it's Wanda, number 1.
No, but he's
Let's
talking
keep it a
about
buck.
no, but he's talking about the like just the core Avengers
MCU.
group. He's not talking about strongest.
Yeah, I'm talking core Avengers
yeah.
MCU
Of that group, like
Yeah.
the final scene of Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's just like Avengers,
No,
the
like
first
the-
Avengers movie.
Yeah,
type
like
shit.
the first exactly.
My fault. Technically, Captain Marvel's in that first Avenger movie, but
Is she?
No,
she's too OP where she's like you don't even want to put her in the fight. She's not taking street combat.
Nah.
She's
that's the
not.
thing.
She's too
She's cosmic, yeah,
she's
she's-
cosmic as fuck.
Yeah, but Morbius though we're getting into
yeah,
that.
I just been seeing fucking like Jared Leto getting flamed,
Bro,
bro. Like
I haven't seen one good review about this
horrible,
movie.
bro. Yeah, people just talking about like the script is bad, the storytelling is bad, the acting is bad.
It
The
looks like
post credit scene is
doesn't make
misleading.
sense.
Bro, they said that that's like the worst post credit scenes ever. And let's not forget,
I saw
Hawkeye had a musical note for their post.
Did you guys see the post-credit scene?
No, I haven't seen the
I-
movie, but I don't care.
I watched the post credit scene because I don't care to go see the movie honestly.
Oh, for
Uh-huh.
Morbius.
I'll watch it later when it comes on the streaming services. But do you want me to say what it is?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
literally Vulture. He's standing. It's an empty cell. Then all of a sudden Vulture just appears like in like the multiverse type. He just like glows in, and he's like looking around. He's like touching his body. He's like, what the fuck? And he's like, where am I? And then he hears on the radio like, oh, so and so's. I forgot his name in the actual comic books, but suddenly appeared inside of a random jail cell. Nobody understands why. Yeah, nobody understands what the reason is, and it shows him just getting into a truck.
That's Vulture.
Yeah, and that's the first post-credit scene. And then there's another one where Morbius is just standing there, and then he just sees he's like looking out in nighttime, and then you see somebody flying down, and it turns and it's Vulture flying down in his suit, and he's like, I'm thinking of starting it. He's like, I know something named Spider-Man, and then Jared Leto's like, Morbius is like, intriguing, like literally says like, oh, that sounds intriguing. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I'm putting together a fun team with somebody like face him. And then he just says, that sounds interesting, and it ends.
Oh, so the Sinister Six.
Yeah, but it's like,
So stupid, and they didn't even understand how the spell worked or nothing. Like now, people are talking about how like if they had any thoughts of incorporating this into like actual canon MCU, like they completely did it wrong, and they fucked up the whole story, like and everything.
Yeah.
And Marvel has done a tremendous job of keeping everything pretty airtight, you know, for the most part.
Storytelling all makes sense. And
But
like,
damn,
I haven't seen a good review, but I've seen like a couple reviews like it's not as bad as people are making it seem. Like it's all over the place, but it's like it's no worse than Venom. Like I've seen a couple people say.
oh, I heard Venom.
So
Venom
those
just
are the,
looks trash.
Venom isn't bad. It's fun, but Venom. Those are the best reviews I've seen. So that's not even a good
okay.
review, but yeah, it's.
what
it's
would you
shat.
guys say is the worst comic book based movie that you guys like know about or have seen?
All of them?
Yeah, all
What's
of
that
them.
one? Electra or Catwoman?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I never seen Catwoman.
Little Halle Berry.
Daredevil's pretty bad with Ben Affleck.
Nah, there's some
Nah,
cool
bro,
scenes.
that one was like,
There's some fire
It
scenes.
was
in that
Colin
movie.
Colin
Yeah,
Farrell
you know-
as fucking Bullseye.
I can't talk shit. You're right.
No, not Bullseye. It was Bullseye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was Bullseye. And then what's his name? I forget. I always forget his name.
John Favreau.
No.
He plays
from I'm talking about bro from what was it, from the Green Mile.
who
plays
plays-
Kingpin?
He plays Wilson
Oh.
Fisk. I can't remember his name. R.I.P. though.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I can't remember. His name's R.I.P. But we can't
Yeah.
remember his name. But
I'll tell you
Suicide
mine,
Squad
bro.
probably
Really?
the first one.
Nah, that wasn't that bad watching. I didn't like. I was like, oh, it's a pretty good movie when I saw it at least.
The reboot version of Fantastic Four, where Michael B. Jordan
I
was
never
Human
saw
Torch,
it.
and not because Michael
Yeah.
B. Jordan was Human Torch, but what they did to fucking Doom, bro, and just overall the way they put that story together was just so stupid.
I didn't
Doom
even
was
wanna
in the
watch it.
reboot. Was in the Miles Teller Fantastic Four.
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit, that was.
He was that nasty, fucked up,
They
deformed
fucked up-
face thing
Why?
that they made.
Why
They
do
made him look
studios
like
get so scared to touch the Marvel villains? Like same thing with the first Fantastic Four. First Fantastic Four was fire, but with fucking Galactus,
Well, the second one, yeah, they just made him a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
ass cloud. That shit was fucking.
I was
whack,
like, what
bro.
the fuck?
But Silver
I
Surfer
love
was
Galactus.
fire.
Silver Surfer was fire.
Silver Surfer was
Yeah.
fire in it though.
On God, they got Silver Surfer right. They need why? Like it's gonna come eventually. Like
The right Fantastic Four.
Well, they say that
Silver
there's a chance
Surfer.
we're gonna get introduced to Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange. So
I mean, did you guys see that new clip that just came out for Doctor Strange?
no.
The one that just got put up. Put it on your phone. And we'll put it on the podcast. I'll edit it in too.
Put your pussy on live. I give you $1,000.
Put your pussy on live. I give you $1,000. Bro, remember early quarantine? Quarantine.
I want to go back to early quarantine so bad. This 30-second one.
Yeah. You gotta connect to the board though. You gotta connect to the board.
Oh, I'm not.
So that way they can hear it. Our listeners.
Sorry, new phone.
You don't get in trouble for that.
Nah, it's a movie.
What the fuck?
It's not music. No record label is gonna come fucking claim Doctor Strange epic music.
I can't find it.
You can't find it?
Can't.
Oh, here, go. I got you.
Tap that shit. Tap that shit.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Tap Roadcaster Pro in your device Bluetooth settings.
Hey, bro, fuck the springtime, man.
I know you're all congested or what? All right,
Yeah.
ready?
Oh.
Start that bitch over. Oh my god.
The multiverse. It's life or death. Could use an Avenger.
Wait.
There are other Avengers.
We'll get you back on the lunchbox.
Oh shit.
What was that?
The fate of the multiverse depends on us. No pressure then. Doctor Strange.
Jeez, bro, it should have already came. It should have already came out.
Yeah, it was supposed to be out by now.
But you see in that clip, Scarlet Witch, Wanda is fighting with them. It looks like so.
Yeah.
And people are speculating that she's gonna be the villain also. So, you think she's gonna have like some turn in the middle of
She's
it that's
too much
just
of a
like
fan favorite to be a villain.
I think she's gonna. I think the book that fuck, what's it called?
But see, there. Okay, so sorry. While you think of what it's called, there's been some comics that I've read, some stories where she's always struggled with dealing with her powers, and she always. It's not that she like turns into a villain, but they have to fight her plenty of times. You know what I mean? Because she's just a Scarlet Witch. It goes beyond like her. You know, like she was chosen to.
Kind of like the Phoenix of from X-Men.
Exactly, bro. Type shit.
The Darkhold. The Darkhold. When she opens that book.
Okay.
Like
I
I
she's
said,
reading at the end of WandaVision.
yeah,
right?
like even opening that book summons bad shit. So I think her doing that in the middle of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, she's gonna get some sort of like taste of kind of like the dark side in a sense, but like some dark magic shit, and it's just gonna turn her like she's gonna hear her kids or whatever,
and she want to go.
And they're
find
gonna
them.
manipulate them. That's gonna manipulate her, and she's gonna like do whatever it takes to get the kids back. And if that's like Doctor Strange in the way of that, she's gonna fucking try to kill him for her. So I think that's gonna be the way she's the villain.
Yeah. Only 2 hours and 6 minutes though for the runtime.
I know that's kind of crazy to me, bro.
Kind of short.
I feel I definitely would not have minded a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, hey, they know what they're doing for sure. You know what I mean?
A lot of stuff.
It's Sam Raimi,
got
bro.
Cut. I think a lot of stuff probably got cut. That's short.
They're probably trying to make it a good movie instead of trying to just fill it with cameos, you know?
Yeah. And then to answer your question, you're like, who was that? Like, there's 3 different theories that I've seen of who that could be.
Was it look like?
They said it's either going to be Superior Iron Man. It's supposedly
That's
paid
Tom
by
Cruise.
Tom Cruise. There is a chance that it could be a variant of Kang.
Oh, yeah.
Who becomes Iron Lad. Basically, it's a version of Kang that becomes self-aware and realizes all the bad he does. So he travels in time to become a superhero to help.
So Jonathan Majors will probably be playing that too.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's that chance, or they also say it might be Monica Rambeau.
I feel like it'll either be. I don't think it'll be Monica because I feel like she's gonna pop up in the Marvels.
I seen this funny comment on Twitter that somebody was like, "It's got to be her," because they said, "Look at the hips." And I was like,
I think it might be either Superior Iron Man, or the Kang variant. I feel like I saw a picture.
Not Captain Marvel.
I feel like somebody just did a high quality picture of the new clip, and he was white. So I doubt.
But they've been changing it, and you know they're known to be changing the way things look.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? Just like when we all saw the fuck up they had in Brazil, where they forgot to edit out Lizard getting kicked in the No Way Home trailer.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, but you know what else fucking came out? Where I was fangirling. I was like, bro, I was fangirling. I literally stood up till midnight. Took a nap like a little ass kid so I could watch it right on time and not fall asleep. Moon Knight.
Oh yeah,
motherfucking Moon Knight, bro.
Bro, I watched it twice.
You guys both watched it?
It was solid.
It was solid.
It wasn't the best first episode of a Marvel series.
That's not what they said online that you responded to.
Yeah.
No, they said the best intro to a character.
And that was the best. The first
best
episode.
Introduction to a character. Like
that was for sure the best. It was the best MCU in first episode. And it is one of the best introductions to a superhero. That was not the best
first episode of
What do you
MCU
mean, bro? That whole... I mean, we could talk about it from the jump.
That shit was crazy, bro.
That episode was great.
I still feel like I don't know what the fuck's going on. Which I'm excited for.
Rewatch it before you watch the next
I already watched
episode.
it twice.
Oh. Yeah. You're not watching it, though.
So
I have, because I just feel like the way they're putting out is like if you know the character already.
I get that. But also, they're doing it... They're telling the story in a good way where you kind of... like for instance, when he first arrives in like the Alpines, I don't know where it is exactly, but like the Alpine area.
He fucking
and they
twitches
actually
out.
film all these on set, on location.
Oh wow.
So they actually film in the Alpinians. I don't know what it's called. The Matterhorn. We'll just say they actually filmed
over there.
Yeah, Switzerland. They filmed it over there. So when he wakes up and he says he says mercenary, and he's like, I'm not a mercenary.
Yeah.
So that's one way to tell it. So you're already like introducing the character in a way where like you're seeing that he's doing somebody sees this guy as somebody else.
Yeah.
So then that way and then he goes on the date, for instance, and she's like, "Oh, we have a date."
Oh yeah, but he was asleep or some shit.
Yeah, he has no idea about it. But also,
so that means he was out as Moon Knight for 2 days.
right?
Right?
Yeah, but if you think about it, can't be Mark that asked her out on a date either, because he has 3 personalities. I mean, he has Mark Spector,
when we met Stephen
Grant, and then in the comic books he has Jake Lockley, but we don't know if they're gonna do that one because he also has like Moon Knight and Mr. Knight. So but it's weird because she said he asked her out on a date, but Mark has a girlfriend. That's who that Layla girl is. That's why when she called him, she's like, "Mark, where are you?" Blah blah blah. I've been trying to call you. And Steven's a vegan, so who asked her on the date?
No, Steven did because he went out for steaks.
Yeah, but he's a vegan.
He still ordered the steak.
He's a vegan. No, he's a vegan though. That's why he was like, she's like, "What kind of vegan like you is asking somebody on a date?" And he had no idea he even had a date.
I think it's just one of those things where they forgot, because I don't think it would be Mark going to work as Steve or anything like that. Because when Mark takes over, he goes and does Mark Spector shit.
Yeah, he didn't have a British accent.
Tell me how fucking fire that was though, when he would like tune out and then he would wake up back up. And it was all fucking, he killed the people around him.
Shit, yeah.
I was like, holy fuck. I was like, MCU already was like edgy with Captain America, with Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Which they just went back and patched some scenes that were super bloody.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of people.
I heard that was an accident and they put it back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, why
I don't know. That's weird.
Maybe if you put your parental settings on kid, it would switch it to those scenes.
Maybe.
That's advanced as fuck though. But
also though, to kind of go more on what you were saying, that you're still kind of confused, or like they're going based off of. No, I don't think so, because if you pay attention, Steve still doesn't know who he is yet.
Yeah.
So you're getting introduced the same way he is. You know what I mean?
So
as long as you're following along, like don't look for tell me who this is. Follow along to the story that's going along, and then you're gonna understand it a lot better, because then they're gonna continue to explain it.
They're gonna get to explain.
They're barely starting to explain it, because you know what I mean.
I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he said that in the comics, that the whole time that Moon Knight, like all his different personas, he knows like what he's doing. Like in the MCU show, that he looks like he's getting like introduced to it, like he doesn't know what he has yet. But in the comics, like he knows that he has these 3 different personas.
It seems
like that's what they're trying. It seems like they're trying to introduce it that way though, because if you pay attention when the voices were talking, there's 2 voices.
Mark knows what he's doing.
And I'm assuming that's Khonshu.
Yeah.
So there's already multiple different like voices speaking in there.
Into Steven.
So I'm assuming that he's like, it's like they're gonna introduce it as Steven's getting introduced to the rest of like everybody else is in on it except him type shit. So now he's getting like, oh, you know how they keep referring to him? Oh, the stupid one keeps taking over.
The worm.
You know what I mean? Like, so
it depends on,
I saw it.
It depends on which issue, because different authors and different writers have told the story a little bit differently.
Portrayal on him.
Yeah, some people portray it that it's a mental illness, that he has no reason why he feels like this, and he struggles with it a lot.
That's like
and some people
edition, probably, huh?
But in the first comic books, he creates these personas himself to use them in different situations and his advantage.
Okay.
So he's Mark Spector originally. That's the main one in the comics. Mark Spector is the one who's in charge of the body full time, and then he creates Stephen Grant to be he's the billionaire in the comic books. He's the one that's like the Bruce Wayne almost. And then Jake Lockley, he creates Jake Lockley to be a taxi driver to drive around the city to get it better,
find out what's going on,
to get it here on the streets. So in the different like in one of the comic books, he's a kid and he's playing, because he's Jewish, so he's playing outside, and he's like in the Jewish city, and he's outside of his borough in New York.
Jerusalem.
Yeah, he's outside of his apartment. You're stupid. He's outside of his apartment in New York, and some kid comes up to him, and he was like, oh, can I play with you? He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just drawing. He's like, can I play with you? And he's like, yeah. He was like, I'm Mark Spector. And he's like, I know. He's like, you do? He was like, you live in this building? He was like, somewhat. He's like, and he was like, what's your name? He was like, I'm Stephen Grant. So it's like it's like a way, and then it shows a back view in the comic strip, and it's just him talking to nobody, because he suffers with DID. He has different personalities, so it's like him talking to himself. There's a lot, bro. You should read the comics. They get super into detail about like mental health and like battling with it.
Yeah.
Dude, one of them's crazy.
Maybe you don't get enough of that already, huh?
They're stupid. But it's like it's in like a way where I know you'll like it because in one of the comic because you like Batman a lot.
I love Batman.
And his comic books are very dark also, Moon Knight. So like one of them, he's older and he's already been Moon Knight for a while and he's like given up that persona and he's become like so and he's like hurt from this last battle that he hasn't been able to recover from. Mm-hmm. So he becomes like a drug addict to these opioids that he's been taking. And Frenchie, his servant, his Alfred pretty much is like trying to get him to go back out there and like help people out, at least be like the Bruce Wayne type of vibe.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. But then like some shit happens to him and he goes back and he's like battling with himself, thinking that his mental health is fake, but because it's all like a result of his drug usage, but really it's real. So it's like it's crazy.
You think Moon Knight has power to be like MCU lead from now, like in the next
I think
5 to 10?
No, like you mean like take over and lead a team type thing?
Like Robert Downey Jr., like just like Oscar Isaac. You think he has that?
I don't think
to be the next Iron Man.
Oscar Isaac as an actor, I definitely think if he wanted to, he can.
Yeah.
Because he's a great actor. Honestly,
Yeah.
I definitely have loved like what I've seen. You know, I can't say I've seen a lot of him, but what I've seen, he definitely takes the role and he definitely makes me believe.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor. You know what I mean? But the character Moon Knight, you can't ask that of Moon Knight because that's not really
he's
the
not
type of
every
guy he is. You know, like he's not teaming up sort of. You know, like
he can only show up at nighttime
stuff. You know.
Oh,
like,
really?
He can only be Moon Knight at nighttime when the moon.
For real?
When the moon
he
is
gets his
out.
powers from the moon.
Yeah, he's Khonshu's. He's an Avatar Khonshu.
The fuck's Khonshu? Was it the big thing walking?
He's an Egyptian god.
Oh, okay.
So his origin is that he gets shot up outside of Egyptian temple. Mm-hmm. His homies turn on him and they shoot him.
Yeah.
And when he dies, Khonshu takes a hold of his body.
Oh yeah,
and he sees
deal with him
because he's like a fucking top of the line mercenary. He was like head of like all of combat, all of guns, everything. So he was like, I'm gonna use your body. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you a second chance of life, but you're now a fist of me. So meaning everything that I want you to do, you're gonna do for me, and I have control of you. And Mark Spector's like, fuck it, whatever. And that's why in the show there's a lot of Easter eggs, little ones, be like when the girl's talking to him, and she was I forgot what he was explaining, but he's like, well, I'm not dead, am I? But is he really dead? Because in the comic books he dies, and he's only alive because Khonshu is causing him to breathe and stuff. So it's kind of crazy, and there was a lot of one. I love the first episode.
I read that the director said after like episode 4, it's gonna take a crazy turn.
Episode 4 is where it takes the crazy.
It says it's gonna have you question. It's gonna have you question everything you've seen,
bro. I think we've already talked about this before, but fuck, bro. I wish we can go back to like where shows had at least 10 to 12 episodes minimum. Bro. Like seriously, like
these limited series, bro.
6 episodes. Well, I think it's just not enough. Like yes, you give us a good amount, but there's just so much material. Like there's so much to cover.
Well, maybe it's setting up.
Cover that, but it just takes too long. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Like I get it's budget issues, and now they have to pay more to actors, and then pay more to their crews and things like that.
Especially the crews.
I feel like that money needs to be invested. Like there needs to be some way to like, you know what I mean? To make that happen, like that.
Or if I feel like this one was like 40 minutes the first episode.
40 minutes. They're all going to be like 40 to 50 minutes.
Yeah. So add that. I mean, that's more than how long a movie would be. But I feel like MCU putting out shows for a character, it kind of limits that character just to the show and not put them on the big screen in theaters.
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. I don't think Wanda would ever get her own movie.
She is getting her movie now.
Official?
Scarlet Witch? Yeah, I think Scarlet Witch she signed a contract for another 7 years.
What about Anthony Mackie?
Anthony Mackie, I think, is getting set up for like at least 2 of his own movies.
Yeah, he just became Captain America.
There is another Captain America.
It feels like they put like a somewhat of a ceiling on these characters who just have shows.
No, I think it's a way. It's using all of the land that they can use. They can't constantly be coming out with movies, bro. That's way too expensive. And if they want to be able to make all these characters, they have to do it in a way where their introductions and their storytelling is so complex where you get more than 2 hours, but at the same time, it's like Brian said, it's a TV budget. Yeah. And you use that to your advantage. For instance, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We didn't have to get a movie to see Bucky overcome.
That show was shot movie-esque.
It was exactly. Or like WandaVision, for instance, is a whole how long was it? 6 episodes or 7 episodes?
8.
That was like 8.
Limited series.
Completely different vibe
to
too.
set up to answer a lot of questions from Endgame and to set up this movie, which is Doctor Strange. It's like a whole. It's a genius plan if you think about it. Moon Knight, for instance.
I should say they're not picking the right movies and shows. Moon Knight, the way they're filming this, I feel like it's movie the way they're introducing the character.
Which is good. It's giving us
wouldn't
good.
Wouldn't that get you excited to see him in a movie? Because I feel
yeah.
like the way that they've built this, every single character that they have is interchangeable and can work in both show and movie.
And they all have their different themes.
And the person that I can tell you that's a perfect example of this is Loki. Loki was an amazing character in Avengers. Amazing character in the Thor movie, especially like in Ragnarok and everything. He gives you something that just
even
like he gives you.
Show,
and then in his show, bro, you not only get introduced to like more of him, of Loki.
Oh yeah, variants and shit.
You get introduced to all the variants, bro, all the different versions of Loki that you get.
Yeah.
You just like you can definitely take that somewhere else.
But he got renewed for a second season, which is like fire, of course. But I feel like that's they're only gonna give him seasons and not a movie, and he'll never get his own feature film.
But like you said, bro, Loki doesn't need a movie.
He's already got all those movies.
You can tell
not
his
a solo.
You can tell his story. Like you can because he's not broke.
He's getting a second season of a show.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like I just feel like there's certain you're putting certain limits to.
I feel like you respect people more if they get a movie than a show, which is so whack.
I do
because
the movie's different.
No, it's not. That's just
not really.
That's just that mentality.
Like a movie, like.
No.
Because you can make one movie and that shit fucking bombs, and you can be on a show and that shit runs for fucking
different characters.
Yeah, that's not up to
different characters need to be fleshed.
But that's a part of it, though. That's a part of it because you can be like, oh, like this guy, like you got your 2 favorite actors, whatever, and you're like, I respect this guy more because he just landed this movie that I think is gonna be good, and this guy landed a show. That shit bombs. That shit, he just goes downhill, and then this guy goes up.
Also, I feel like if Eternals was a show, we would have liked it better than on big screen.
I think Eternals should have been a show.
And Moon Knight should have been. That's what I would switch. Also, I think Shang-Chi should have been a show.
If Moon Knight would have been a movie, bro.
Shang-Chi was a great movie.
If Moon Knight was only a movie, we'd only get one story, one introduction, and that's it. Now we're getting multiple stories, an introduction to the character, maybe more than one mission, and given its full platform, and we can see him in a movie later on. People are saying this could be the setup to Blade.
The way
he's a part of that whole world.
The way they're shooting it though, like putting the introduction, that reminds me of a movie. How like you introduce a character in a movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
it's like shit.
But look, that took up 40-something minutes of that movie to give you that nice intro right there to what Moon Knight can be. If that was a movie, you'd probably have to only turn that 40 into this like not as good 20.
Look at Star Wars
because you need more time for the movie, bro.
I don't know if I watch it again. There was like a lot of filler though, kind of.
No, no filler, bro. You have to pay attention to everything going on.
There was not one second. Every single thing added to the story.
Everything, bro.
Like for instance, him in the gift shop. Seeing his boss is setting him. His boss and everybody's a dick to him. Why is everybody a dick to him? Is Mark Spector going in as Stephen Grant part-time being an asshole?
See, I didn't like that part.
Is he missing work? But like that's what.
Is there a payoff? I hope there's
it's not going to give you. It's not going to give you everything in one episode, or else.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
They wouldn't come back to the show.
And also too, they changed the story of Stephen Grant because too many people were making the comparison of Moon Knight being the MCU Batman because Stephen Grant is actually a billionaire who becomes like a vigilante type thing. Okay. So they said, you know what, we don't want to go that route. We're going to turn him, basically kind of combine his taxi driver persona into the Stephen Grant. He just works at the Egyptian, history museum or whatever that is.
He's just infatuated with Egypt
and he doesn't realize why, And if you pay attention to the room scenes and everything, he tries to fight his sleep. He knows that he loses control and he wakes up and does weird stuff, but he doesn't understand why.
He put the sand there to see his footprints, and he was talking to the gold guy.
Everything.
When he was talking to the gold guy, for example, when he was like, it's like when I'm sleeping, I have this step count that I have to get up and just accomplish. I have to accomplish more than 10,000 steps. He's like, and that's why I stay awake at night because I want to see what I do. He's like, but I just don't remember anything.
Exactly.
And it's because at nighttime when it happens, that's when Mark Spector is able to take over the body and become Moon Knight.
Gotcha.
And I think there's so many good ways in the show that they did. Like, if you notice when Stephen Grant wakes up again after the whole first shit that happens when he's driving the cupcake truck, the Rubik's Cube is solved next to the bed. And Stephen Grant wasn't solving it because he blanked out after when he threw it in the air.
Yeah.
Or the fish, for instance, it has 2 fins because
what was that about?
Because Stephen Grant was gone probably for 2 days, so the fish probably died. So when Mark Spector put him back in his body to make sure
he got him a new fish.
And that's why I feel like it's setting. I don't feel like Stephen Grant is obviously a new persona, and I think Mark Spector set up everything for Stephen Grant to keep him sane, quote unquote, so that way he doesn't ask any questions, so he can do something through the day, and Mark Spector doesn't have to be there, like setting up. I don't think he's really calling his mom. I think it's a voicemail.
That's weird because how does these different personas have?
I think Mark Spector,
like, families,
well, bro, because this is exactly how this disorder works, bro.
Yeah.
People have multiple, like, completely complex identities in their brain.
Which
it's
means
like,
you have different people surrounding your life.
Like, literally, like if you want to put it in, like, a cartoon version, it's like their brain is, like, the control center, and they have, like, 3-4 people sitting in there, like, on some, like,
that's
inside out shit, bro.
exactly.
Like, basically like
And
that. And it's like
real
fully
it's a real
full
thing.
complex, and sometimes they either have full control of it, of like changing through their personalities, or sometimes they don't. Or even if you look at the movie Split, did you watch that movie?
Love that movie,
bro. That's exactly what that person had. He had all those different personalities, and each one had a full complex story, background.
Yep. That show's fire.
All that, bro.
That's I mean,
I would like to see a Moon Knight movie.
I hope eventually he gets his own movie, and or at least he's in a Midnight Suns movie or something, and he has a big part of it.
I think I just want to see like a movie, and then followed up by a series leading into like another movie, not just like season after season and then season, and they're like just featured in another movie. You know what I mean?
That's what the MCU
Look
is.
at it this way. How about if they did it like this, right? So they just build off of Moon Knight, right?
Yeah.
They come out with the Blade movie. Moon Knight's a big player in it, right? Let's say he's just pretty involved in it.
Yeah.
That's your next introduction.
He's in the trailer though, or no?
They don't have a trailer for Blade.
No, but like let's say like when the Blade movie comes out, like is Moon Knight in the trailer or is he a surprise?
We don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Or in your world right now, and what you're saying, what would you say?
No. Next part after this, they come out with the Moon Knight movie, like you're asking, right? Mm-hmm. So that now they're bouncing off of show, and it gets renewed for season 2, right? So now they're bouncing off of not just the Moon Knight franchise. Now they're bouncing off of Blade franchise, because Blade's also going to be a big player in the Moon Knight movie, right? Which starts building up to Midnight Suns, and now they bring back the Punisher show. I don't think Punisher should get a movie.
And then give me a Blade series after the Blade movie. You know what I mean? Like switch it up a little bit.
Or you can even come up with a whole different series that ties in Blade. You know what I mean? And now it's like so much more. I feel like if that's kind of what they like to build off of, bro.
They're for sure gonna introduce.
You know what I mean?
They're for sure gonna introduce us into. What I was gonna say is Moon Knight's gonna be in the Werewolf by Night special for sure. I feel like.
What's that?
Werewolf by Night is that's the first comic book that Moon Knight appears in.
That's where you got introduced.
Okay. He's I can't remember his name. Stephen Grant. No, Steve. No, it's not Stephen. Anyways, he's a normal guy who becomes a werewolf. There's werewolves in the Marvel universe, and he becomes a werewolf. And at nighttime, he's a werewolf. That's really it. It's a werewolf. And in those comic books, Moon Knight's hired.
That's announced already, right?
Moon Knight is hired to go capture Werewolf by Night and bring him back. And that's the first time you see Moon Knight ever. And he like realizes that what he's doing is fucked up, so he breaks him out and they like fight all the bad guys.
Also in the series when he at the end when he like they show him
Stone
putting
Cold's
on the
losing his shit. Oh my god.
Oh, I know he's like messing to say that show's fire. But also in the series, when they show him like getting the suit on, I'm like, where did that come from?
Let's talk about it, bro. That was the hardest
it's hard.
introduction.
Hard, but I'm like, where did that come from?
Well, because he let Mark Spector take over, and Mark Spector's Moon Knight.
I hope they follow up on that in a second, because I want to see the origin of how that happened, how he could do that. You know what I mean?
I think that's what Layla will do. I think Steven's gonna link up with Layla. I think Steven's gonna link up with Layla, and she's gonna be like, all right, obviously, you're Mark Spector. Here's what happened, and he's gonna learn everything, and then we'll see.
I hope so. Because that's the only thing. Like I don't know how is he getting the suit? Like where
the moon?
But I don't know that.
And then Mr. Knight too is gonna be making an appearance. So I want to see how they introduce Mr. Knight into the mix, because we already saw pictures of him, and I personally fuck with Mr. Knight a little bit.
And what was up
just
with
as much
Ethan
as
Hawke?
Moon Knight? What
was up with Ethan Hawke, bro? Like mad sus.
He's a cult leader. He's in the comic
fire though.
In the comic books, his character's only in one issue, but obviously MCU the character like what they did with Guardians, and they gave him a bigger role. And he's I don't remember the cult leader he's inspired by, but it's some real life cult leader that he took inspiration from.
Did you guys see that interview where they were asking him if his character played Dracula?
Oh, and he was all like, "I wish," but
yeah, he got all weird.
But when he asked him if Blade was in it, he got all nervous.
Yeah, he got super
really?
weird about that.
I think Blade's gonna pull up in episode 4 or like at least
No
a post credit
way.
scene. Bro, it's the same. It's the same like vibe.
Also, too,
And
we already
Eternals.
know Blade is over there
Yeah.
in Europe because of Eternals.
Because of what's his face, the Black Knight.
The Black Knight.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he said, "Are you ready? Are
Martin
you sure you
Lawrence?
want to take this on?"
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence, the Black Knight.
But bro, Moon Knight was
That's a classic right there, bro.
Classic.
the way that he
I
was
don't know about
when he went inside the bathroom, bro, and the monster was right there, the dog shit, and it was chasing him, and he looks in the mirror, and that whole
He's
part
talking to him.
that whole fucking scene was chef's sick.
It was
Chef's
fire.
kiss. The way he was looking in the mirror, and then Mark Spector's reflection would walk away separately.
Yeah.
Then him. Then when he said, "Let me take over,"
Yeah.
and then Stephen Grant's fucking reflection went away, and there was no reflection. It was just Mark.
Yeah.
That was, and then you just see fucking Moon Knight kick the fuck. You see him kick.
Bro,
him
it went
over
from
there.
the fucking shit trying to break the door down and going there to trying to claw out.
And the way he
fire.
tackled him, I was like,
Fire.
and then you see him grabbing it. I was like, fuck, bro.
Fire.
I was hard.
It was
I was
hard.
fucking.
But just show me how he gets that though.
Bro,
was-
you told it's only
show
been
me.
one
Break
episode,
up.
bro.
I know, but I hope they show me though. I
They
don't want to
will.
just.
They're not gonna just. They're
I hope
gonna.
so.
Like I said, it's just one
It's
episode.
a character introduction. They said that their biggest inspiration for this whole show was the first Iron Man, as far as like what they
okay.
want, the type of vibe they wanted to give was introducing a brand new character to the MCU and fleshing him out like as a character himself, so for
Good.
people can understand him better. And that's what
Because-
they're not gonna do at the first episode.
They haven't done. I would say they've done a mediocre job since then, or at least since
The last
Thor.
the last
Since
good
Iron Man
character-
one?
no, since the last character introduction.
Nah, Guardians was a good character.
Okay, Guardians, but who? Spider-Man, we didn't have to really be introduced to him because we
But
know
it was a
Spider-Man.
fire intro.
Yeah, but like a new character we never seen on screen before, like Shang-Chi
Doctor
or
Strange.
Eternals.
Doctor Strange was really
That was a
good.
good introduction.
Shang-Chi was a great introduction. They changed the story around, but I learned everything I needed to learn about Shang-Chi for the most part in that
Shang-Chi
movie.
had you
It's just-
asking some questions too, where he was a Mandarin the whole time. His dad
Oh, yeah,
and his
all
dad,
that
the
shit.
10 Rings, how they were the ones that were in charge of all fucking crazy, traumatic things that happened in the world because he was bored. I was
How his sister was supposed to shut it down and she continued it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a lot.
I just thought the
bro.
movie was kind of like it was fire, but I'm just like
Wong
eh.
going to go pick them up, and then like that end credit scene
Yeah.
with
That-
Hulk,
that was fire with-
Captain Marvel and everything. Bro,
Captain
there's-
Marvel was there.
Yeah, Captain Marvel was in the end credit
It was
scene
like a
with
hologram.
Hulk, and Hulk was with the sling, and they were talking about like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
sending
yeah.
a beacon out to something.
Yeah. Did you see the TikTok where? Do you know who Alex Voss is from the New Rockstars? The
Oh yeah, I watched.
they were
New
talking
Rockstars.
about the
Shout out.
how Shang-Chi they can make the tournaments into a whole show that self of just one-on-one characters
yeah.
because like it was Wong versus the Abomination
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fire.
and how a bunch of
bro.
characters could just go through there and just do one-on-one quick just for fun. Like that'd be a fire.
That should be a
show.
video game.
That should be a good show. Just like
That
real-
would be a fire show, bro.
I would see Bucky and that.
Like if you think about it, and I wouldn't
just
even
like
be
a
mad if they
15-minute
did it like
episode.
this.
15-minute episodes.
Oh, exactly. I was just about to say 3 episodes, but I'd rather get a bunch of short episodes.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
they can really put good budget into that, but like random shit. Like imagine a fucking Wolverine and Gambit just fucking squaring off in that
or
shit,
like
bro.
the Thing
Moon Knight
or something.
Moon Knight versus Daredevil.
Bro, like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like
Or fucking damn, there'd be some crazy Thanos versus Thanos.
Thanos?
Thanos is already gone now.
yeah.
But I was thinking like Abomination is like in there. Abomination versus Hulk. Just give it to him one-on-one again. Just fuck.
Like shit like that.
Just fuck. Honestly.
No, like Abomination versus She-Hulk, bro.
Ooh, we
Like
haven't even
She-Hulk.
seen She-Hulk
You
yet,
feel me? Like
bro.
that-
People do not like the MCU Hulk. They said that they want
bro, they did him dirty,
They
bro.
did.
Like
They did.
they didn't like you don't get to see Hulk be Hulk.
the first
Only
Edward
the
Norton.
first movie.
When Edward Norton turns into fucking Incredible Hulk, which is canon to MCU technically, that was a scary ass fucking Hulk.
Yeah.
I never seen that movie.
It
The
was
first
Bro, you
Incredible
need to
Hulk
watch
and
it.
people
It's
are-
really good, honestly.
That's when Tony Stark popped up at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abomination is the people don't like Abomination, but I thought he was scary and fucking good.
I've never seen anybody not like Abomination.
Oh, I saw a
Everybody
Twitter
liked
thread. It was like name a villain that Marvel completely butchered.
Oh
And
no.
Taskmaster, Abomination.
Oh yeah, I see why people were mad at Taskmaster.
Taskmaster
but-
was
Still
stupid.
haven't seen that movie.
You don't need to watch it. I
Black
mean,
Widow?
it's a cool movie if you're watching it in MCU timeline and you're like right after Civil
okay.
War and you're like the next movie's Black Widow, then it makes sense.
When I think about when you watched it, that shit is so fucking hilarious.
In Hawaii?
to me, bro.
When you
This guy was on vacation in Hawaii and he went to go watch Black Widow.
Hawaii closes down. Everything closes down early there. That's like it's like such a relaxed town. So by like
That shit was just funny, bro.
I know. I thought the same thing, but like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., everything's closed. And I was like, bro, I'm trying to kick it with the locals, but like I can't find the fucking locals. So everything's closed, and the movie theater was right down the street from us. We're like, fuck it, let's just go see the movie. It was hot as dick in that theater though, bro. Holy shit.
No AC.
Hey, how pissed would you be if you found out that they just shut down till you went home, and as soon as you got home, they just fucking the whole nightlife scene just turned the fuck on, bro.
Colonizers, they gotta get them out of there. They can't let them party.
But yeah, Moon Knight was good. What else did we do? We went to Tyler the Creator.
We all went to Tyler the Creator. Andrew's not here to talk about it.
We never dropped this. It's not Tyler, but I just felt like we need to drop a sound effect right there.
Yeah, shout out Drake.
Tyler had one of the best stage sets I've ever seen in my life.
That was good.
Super good. The fucking Rolls Royce popping out of the main stage.
The house was what I was most impressed with. How the holograms would come.
I thought it was ASAP Rocky. I was like, oh, ASAP.
I was like, am I at Disneyland or fucking a Tyler the Creator show?
Yeah.
That shit was hard.
The boat. I sent a picture or I sent a video of that to my family just to show them. And my mom was like, is that real water? And I was like, no, but like the way it looks in my video, like the blue lights he had under the boat, it looks like water.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's pretty dope.
In person it didn't, but in video it did.
Yeah. I was like, I feel it.
He killed it. You like the show?
Bro, I've always said, honestly, ever since we went to camp, like Tyler is like top 3 performers.
Live performers
ever, like for me, for sure.
Oh,
and every one of his albums too.
Yeah, bro, because I got to see him do Igor twice when
shut
you know
the
the whole Igor.
Shut the
shit.
fuck up.
No. I was just saying, like, I got to experience like him in full, like, because you know how he goes all out like, for his album.
If Andrew was here, they would have for sure be like, yeah, that Apple event.
Oh yeah, shout out Drew, because we went to that exclusive ass Apple event, bro. We were in that shit.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you like your seats were pretty solid too. You guys had a good view of Tyler and Joshua Tree.
Oh, we had a fucking great fucking view of the whole shit. You know, shout out Vince Staples too. He put on a fucking performance, bro.
Is it magic?
Shout out Callie. Callie fucking put on a performance too, bro. That shit's so crazy, though.
She did 10%, and I just wanted you like in front of me to dance. You know what I mean?
Callie
I fucking did the whole fucking shit, bro. I love that song.
That song's
bro.
fire.
She can't dance, Caliucci's.
Bro, we were making fun of that shit, bro, because like she did that doing the hand shit.
Caliucci's like that.
Like I know exactly what her fucking fan base looks like, bro.
Yeah.
Just based off of how she dances. Like I know exactly what her fan base looks like, bro.
Mexican starter pack or what?
And then I can also tell what her fan base is by what points in her performance people cheered. You know what I mean? Like when she started doing a little fucking hip, bro, it was just like she ain't doing
it's just blue skinny jeans, Team Flight Jordans,
Team Flight Jordans, crop jeans with dusty ass Air Forces is the fucking vibe,
and some hairy
like
arms.
4-year-old fucking Air Forces, bro.
4-year-old Air Forces.
That's fucked up. You're fucking rude,
bro. That shit was loud though for Callie, and it got loud for Tyler in there. Like the crowd, they were fucking going crazy.
My ears must have just been like busted. It was loud as fuck, but my sister was like, "That's the loudest I've ever heard a concert," but it just sounded pretty normal to me.
Yeah, it sounded really normal.
You thought so? I thought it was loud.
You know what's a loud fucking crowd, bro? A Travis Scott fucking crowd, bro. That's a loud ass fucking crowd.
That's chill.
Dog, are you dead? It was bad enough I brought him up right now in the crowd, and you just fucking.
You're a fucking dick,
bro. That is not what I meant at all. I just meant like that shit is like motherfuckers are screaming the lyrics, bro.
Yeah.
Every single Travis Scott fan there is just fucking knows word
the
for
fucking
word
security
everything.
guard at Crypto Staples, a bunch of feds, bro. Oh my god,
bro. This
can't
guy,
smoke a joint to save your life in that place,
bro.
Did you see any weed there? Think about it. Did you see anybody smoking there?
No,
exactly.
But see, look,
we smoked the whole doink and nobody was tripping.
I know, but I was literally like, I felt like I was in high school again, looking over my shoulder.
Well, look, the thing is, honestly, and I don't know, maybe it's just like me, because that was my first time ever at that arena, and it's not for a basketball game.
Oh, okay.
You be smoking there.
I was just thinking like, man, that's mad disrespectful. Like, it's the fucking Staples Center. You know what I mean?
Did you see my story post?
But every concert, like, bro, when we went to go see Kanye at Staples Center, that bitch was a fucking hot box.
Oh, I seen that fucking hater ass shit.
Yeah, that's their 2020 ring. That's why.
That's crazy.
Where's
your 2020 ring?
Huh?
Where's your ring at?
Shut up.
Fucking stupid
Where's your banner at?
It's all good.
Were you guys putting up the selfies up still?
We better retire Pat Bev's jersey before we did.
That's an accomplishment right there.
Yeah.
Bro, Tyler didn't perform Sweet.
I know.
But he did. I thought you wanted to dance. I was grooving.
So what?
Me and my girl were like, hey, so what do you think?
That shit was hard. I was fucking.
Every time I turned over to see if Q was dancing with his girl, he was just dancing with Andrew. I thought some songs he for sure be like ripping his girl by the waist, but he was just with Drew, just like fucking right there.
Like face to face, just fucking word for word, almost kissing and shit.
And then what else happened? Oh, during the last song, fucking Andrew FaceTimed Eric.
Oh, I know.
I was just like, this guy over here.
I was like, what a dick, bro. Eric was already upset.
Bro, Eric was supposed to go, but Brian was gonna hook him with a ticket, but he said nah.
Why?
Nah, bro, fuck that guy. I'm gonna stall him though.
You gonna stall him on the pod?
Yes, yeah.
Tell us off pod. And Eric, just know we're hearing your shit though, and you're a dick. Yeah. But Tyler killed it, bro. I haven't seen him since camp, and that was a good break to be like, damn, this fucking guy is. I feel like a dad, bro. I was like, I'm proud of this fucking guy.
He got songs.
This dude's literally is in Staples Center. Everybody's singing all of his words to him. I was like, holy fuck. I would not have. And when he was talking about the whole Odd Future shit, I was like, this is crazy. Like, he's breaking this shit down right now. And I was like, I felt like a little kid again.
Taking the bus and shit. That shit was fire. Like him just talking about growing up in LA, all of his homies.
I've seen him every year since 2015 perform. Besides the COVID break, we had to take a break for COVID, but that's crazy.
You saw him for Igor?
I saw him for Tyler. Yeah, I saw him for
at camp.
Yeah, I saw. What was
20? Oh my bad, because I remembered you weren't at the Apple event, so I just was curious if you went.
Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb. I saw him for Cherry Bomb. I saw him for Flower Boy. Then
twice.
Igor. Yeah, he did the Flower Boy set twice.
At camp, right?
But I love the Flower Boy set. Was at my time my personal favorite.
But now it's this. So
yeah, dude, that was
actually no. I still fuck with Igor more than I don't know.
No.
Actually,
he was making me dizzy when he was fucking going around in the grass when he was talking. I was like, "Fuck, bro, slow down." He should have had a little dirt bike out there and shit. Just
I remember when I seen him at Coachella for Cherry Bomb 2015. He came out on a go-kart with the flame print all over it.
With the head on.
Yeah, with the head on. That shit was fire.
Oh, that's hard. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, he's a showman, bro.
He is.
Like, honestly, like, Tyler Creator, he's, like, top 3 live performers I've ever seen in my life.
Even, like, his, like, award performances he does, like, he fucking, like, goes all in.
Yeah.
For the 2019 Grammys, they let him, or 2020 Grammys after Igor came out, he did a New Magic Wand, and, like, he had, like,
oh, yeah.
Charlie, that shit was fire.
And he did Massa.
Crazy.
He did Massa somewhere, too.
He did Massa for an award show, too, like, this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he's just, like I said, he's a fucking showman,
He's the Kanye of, like, this new generation, I feel like.
I'd replace him performing Massa with Sweet, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
What song?
Because his mic wasn't, he couldn't hear him for Massa. Like you were saying with the mic.
His audio was louder than the mic.
Because he for Massa, he raps like right here at the mic. And it's like, it's
I'm a
fire.
fucking walking paradox.
I really, for a second, I really thought that Rocky was about to come out of the door.
Bro, didn't it look like I was like, oh, really it's Rocky.
I saw somebody when Tyler was performing in the Joshua Tree area move inside of the house, the door. So I was like, oh, they're for sure setting somebody up over there because nobody's paying attention over there right now. So when the TV came on, I was like, oh, he's going to, but his body disappeared. And I was like, ah.
That's when I knew I was
like,
nah,
he would have came out for the first verse. He wasn't going to wait till like the last one.
Exactly.
I think She is literally one of the best songs ever created.
That song's so good.
I also thought that Lil Wayne was gonna come out for his part when they were doing.
Me too.
Oh, he did Hot Wind Blows,
I thought he was gonna come out of like the stairs or something.
I don't think he wants to bring anybody out this tour. He just wants to do it himself.
Yeah. No, and that's fire. Like, don't get me wrong, because Tyler Creator is somebody that I don't care for, like to bring out features and stuff. I'm there to see him. I called Don Toliver coming out though.
Now when he brings out heads at camp, that shit goes crazy.
What do you bring out at camp?
He's brought out a few heads at camp. Tyler.
Okay.
Well, I mean, last time technically he brought out Uzi and Rocky before Drake.
You guys remember that video of what show is it where everybody came on stage? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it was like it was Wahoo Festival.
It was Tyler.
It was ASAP Ferg performing.
Yeah, he brought out ASAP Rocky
to do work. And
Tyler.
Schoolboy
Q came out. Young Thug came out.
Who else?
A bunch of heads.
That's a fire.
That was for sure like some last minute like homies were on the backstage and like, hey, let's just all go out there. Yeah. Like, fuck it, let's do it.
Gunna was on stage too, but like he came out with Young Thug, but it was Gunna before he had dreads.
So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I miss Camp because I need a taco set in my life, and I know he's an actor now, but I hope he still does it.
Why did I think he was gonna come out when he brought him up? Like, I thought he was just gonna come out like just walk
I thought
out.
all of them were gonna walk on stage and honestly do oldie or something because it was just the end of.
I wish it.
They would have
remember he was playing. Remember he was playing Frank Ocean before, like in
yeah,
between
they
shit.
always
So
do
I was
that,
like,
I feel like when they play that, you know he's not gonna come out.
You know, I looked it up, bro. He hasn't performed live since 2014.
Frank?
Yeah.
No,
For
it's cap.
2016.
He came out. He
did
performed in 2017 too.
Really?
At
So they
some
lied to me.
festivals.
Google lied to me.
Because Blonde came out in 2016.
Maybe his own concert. He's never had his own concert.
Yeah.
He's only been doing. Maybe that's what.
Because he went on
he
the
does
challenge.
festivals.
I asked Siri when was the last time he performed.
He does
live.
festivals. That's why.
Oh.
Before that, he didn't really
Fuck
do his own
Siri.
show.
His last one was Wireless. No,
No.
not Wireless. What was it called? It wasn't.
FYF.
No, it wasn't FYF. It
The
was
New
like
York one.
I forgot the
some
name.
shit.
But yeah,
Oh no, he came out for Flower Boy and performed
Yeah.
Chirp Chirp
in New York.
I used to think that was his best song ever. Tyler ever made.
Woke up with the birds.
That's a
birds,
fire song.
birds.
Bro.
It's
It's
an amazing
timeless
song.
because it's a timeless song.
Yeah.
It's a timeless song.
Once
bro.
Tyler
And
started
Tyler
making
has
that
a
music-
lot of timeless songs, bro.
You can't put a best Tyler song
I was
out there because there's like you could argue with like each because like you could say fucking Orange Juice is one of his best songs, bro. He
Yeah.
spits in that fucking song.
Oh, he performed fucking Rusty when he has.
Oh, I know.
That shit.
I was like,
I know. This
I was like, where's Damo, bro? Bring him out.
Yeah. I was so
24, 360.
last week I was getting a haircut and then I was telling my barber like, yeah, I'm gonna go see Vince Staples because we were listening to him. I'm like, oh, he's opening up for Tyler.
No.
He's like, what? And I was saying, I was like, oh, Tyler's gonna. It's like it's his tour and he just has Vince opening. And another barber, he's like an older dude. He's like, and then my barber tells him, he's like, hey, you fuck with Tyler the Creator? And then because he knew he doesn't fuck with him, he's like, man, he's fucking trash. And I'm like, bro, you don't know shit. And I'm like. And he's listening to, and
He stood the fuck up, took his shit
he's
off.
listening to
What?
Pusha T, and I'm like, like Pusha T been saying like Tyler is on some crazy shit. And I'm like, I don't know what the last song you heard. They're like talking about Yonkers.
That's that shit though too.
It is that shit, but I'm like, that's all you fucking know.
That's that Jesus. That's that Jesus hater. That devil worshiper.
Yeah, that's 66666.
666, and now we
But he was
worship the
just
devil.
saying how like Tyler is like. Not like I don't know. I'm like, well, I'm a weirdo and I like that weirdo shit.
I'm just weird and random. So
I'm like, if you
He's
don't,
not misunderstood.
I'm like, if you don't like weirdo shit, then
you
you're just
don't
in a
get me.
box.
He said, you just don't get me right now.
But you have to like that weirdo shit though to kind of get Tyler, in a sense, because his music, like New Magic Wand's a weird fucking song, but it's
You know
amazing.
what? I don't think so, bro. I think Tyler has like found the formula to kind of transform
everybody.
his sound, his shit, when he wants to put out into a mainstream sound.
Yeah,
and
but-
I'm not saying that in a way that like he's mainstream or like he's so like a sellout or anything like
Yeah.
that. I'm just saying he has created a brand new lane for what he's created, bro.
But
And
think about
it's worldwide accepted and like
But think about the people who are like, oh, J. Cole, fucking top rapper ever.
Did you listen to the mixtape?
I
Yeah,
bet
it
you
was
anything. I bet you anything though that they've heard like from Flower Boy on. They've listened to. They have at least a few songs from Tyler that they like.
And also just the old heads too,
Yeah.
who don't understand.
Because
Like, they're
before
still-
Flower Boy, Tyler was still in that space where people were like, he's weird. He's
Bro,
like,
yeah.
his music's like devil, like I said, devil worshiper and all the shit. For instance, I have homies that were like that. My sister too, she didn't fuck with him. And she was at this Tyler show with us because he changed his whole sound. And he, like he said, he matured. And I
Yeah.
mean, his old stuff was still
I always-
best, top of the line, greatest hip hop, like some of
Yeah.
the greatest songs of hip hop, but still.
It's so funny how he says like people try to cancel me before cancel was like a thing.
It's true.
And they did, bro. They
Yeah.
was trying to like,
They-
what the fuck?
he
is
was
this guy
banned from the
doing?
whole country
Yeah,
because of his fuck.
got banned from New Zealand. Why they call me a demon? That shit's fire.
I know, but we could talk about Tyler all day and sucking him off because I mean, honestly, I know a few of us would.
Yeah, but I gotta get to watching WrestleMania.
I would not suck him
I
off.
gotta
Would
get-
you suck off Tyler?
What the fuck? No, I'm not sucking
Frank?
on nobody.
And
no.
That-
Come On Let's Go. He says some verse. I was like, he's like, you probably kiss your boyfriend after he sucked my dick or some
Oh, yeah.
shit.
He probably kissed that bitch to suck my dick.
Yeah, let's go watch WrestleMania.
You would suck
though.
Bad Bunny off.
No, bro.
How much money would to suck a dick? That's like the biggest guy question ever.
See, now you're involved in money. That's different.
All right, everybody, follow us on social media. Twitter is TWO Pod. Instagram, whoever's listening. TikTok, same thing. Whoever's listening at gmail.com.
Follow me on Twitter.
Love you.
Whoever you are.